Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Code Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation continues from Jaitsari Mahalla Panjava, and this is a var Slokanal, follows the structure of two saloks combined with a paudi. The recitation of the saloks first, followed by the paudi. Salok Dristant Eko Suniant Eko Vartant Eko Narhara Namdan Janchit Nanak Dayal Purkh Kripa Kare Hik Sevi Hik Samla Har Ikas Peh Ardas ਨਾਮ ਵਖਰ ਧਨ ਸੰਚਿਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੀ ਰਾਸ ਪੌੜੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦਇਆਲ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਪੂਰਨ ਇਕ ਇਹੋ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਆਪੇ ਆਪ ਦੂਜਾ ਕਹਾ ਕਿਹੋ ਆਪ ਕਰੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦਾਨ ਆਪੇ ਆਪ ਲਿਹੋ ਆਵਣ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਸਭ ਨਹਿ ਚਲ ਤੁਧ ਥੇਓ ਨਾਨਕ ਮੰਗੈ ਦਾਨ ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹੋ. So in the saloks, the first salok speaks of the lived experience expressed through three verbs: Dristant, Suniant, and Vartant, seeing, hearing, and pervading. Only the one I see, the Guru says, the one I hear, the one I find sustaining all beings, Vartant Eko Narhara. And Nanak asks for the gift of Naam, the wisdom of the self. Naam daan jachant Nanak. Nanak seeks Naam, seeks that wisdom. Dayal Purkh Kripa Kare, that merciful, all-sustaining being, Purkh, grants us this grace. Dayal Purkh Kripa Kare. So wisdom of the self is a gift of grace. Hik sevi, hik samala, har ikkas peh ardas. The one I serve, the one I hold in mind, to that one har alone I offer my supplication. Naam vakhar tan sanchya. So in the first salok it was janchya, here it is sanchya. Here is the distilling, the collection. Nanak has accumulated the merchandise and wealth of Naam. And this is the true and lasting capital. So you see, lived experience consists in grace opening the inner eye. We see the multiplicity of forms, yet the illusion of separateness dissolves. Every sight, every sound, every movement becomes an expression of that one Narahara, the sustainer, who holds all existence from within. So when you see the one in all, hear the one in all, what remains to be asked for? Not wealth, not fame, nor even liberation in a transactional sense. One asks for Namdan, wisdom, the gift of living in harmony with Hukam. the evolutionary impulse of the universe. And now you see the act of asking, that itself is an expression of grace. In the asking is grace. And then you notice the repetition of hic, hikke sevi, hikke samana, hikke pe ardas. It mirrors the structure in the first salok. 3 actions, 1 reality. Nothing distinct in the serving, remembering, and supplication. It's a continuous movement of a life that has become oriented towards unity. So now notice the Guru uses Vakhar Tan Sanchaya. This is commercial language. That's quite intentional because the Guru is trying to ask us in our language what really is worth accumulating. It is Nam, that living awareness. That is the true capital, the only investment. That persists beyond the coming and going of what is temporary. And now the body presents 3 qualities together, Dayal, Beyant, Puran, which are again facets of a single reality. Compassion is infinite because it excludes nothing. Infinity is all-pervading because it cannot be absent anywhere. Ikkah, that one alone is the center, remains the center. Prab Dayal Beyant Puran Ikkah. Prab is compassionate. It is limitless. And it is the one alone that is Ikkah. Everything is by the self. Everything is the self. Sab kich ape aap. Duja kahan kahe, he's asking. Whom else could one speak of as the other? Because there is no place where the Prab is not. You yourself give the gift. The Guru says, O Prab, you yourself give the gift. Aap kare Prab, daan. And yet you yourself receive it. Ape aap lehe. All of this coming and going, avan jana, is hukam. Hukam sab. It is that evolutionary impulse of creation that moves things forward. And yet, while everything appears to be moving, the abode of the Prab is eternal and unchanging. Nehchal tud the. This is the paradox of a non-dual reality. It is the same simultaneously. Ik, the constant, Oankar, the variable, together, constant. That realization comes through Nam, which is why Nanak mange daan, kar kirpa naam dehe. So sab kish ape aap is worth paying attention to, because this is one of Gurbani's most direct articulations of non-duality. When you say ape aap, you are the subject and the object. What is happening is you're dissolving that distinction. There is no observer apart from what is being observed. Duja kaha ke? That question is not rhetoric, it's not despair, but it is an honest recognition that language, the language we speak, which is designed for multiplicity, that language struggles to express this singular truth. The concept of a second just does not exist at the level of that one, ik. So if the one is everything, then both the giver and the receiver of grace obviously are expressions of that same singular reality. Aap kare prabhadan, ape aap lahe. So then this actually brings a sense of humility. We are not earning anything. It takes away spiritual pride, you see, because oftentimes we think devotion will bring us grace. Actually, it is the impulse of hukam bestowing it upon itself. So all of this, birth, life, death, the entire arc of embodied existence unfolds according to an impulse that moves everything together. And this is not accidental or chaotic. There is a governance, the center of which remains unshakable. Nechal. Nechal the. The abode from where this movement occurs is Nechal. And the Pauri again concludes with Namdan. So there is a circle here. You begin with a unified perception, seeing, hearing, finding the one in everywhere, and concludes with the request to live in that perception. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.